Today is the day made just for candy, but if you want to satisfy your sweet tooth another way, a local chef here has some great ideas.
And one of our favorite, Laura Wilson of La Dolce Vita is here with sweet Halloween treats, and we're decorating cookies today. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning.
This is homemade.
Yes,
frosting.
always.
I'm already hungry.
Okay, so these cookies are particularly delicious. This is a Martha Stewart recipe, and I do it a little differently than she does, if I dare say.
Better.
Yeah. Well, I think so. But so these cookies, how to make a really great cookie so that when you break it open and eat it, it actually tastes good. See, it's really light inside. It's buttery. There are just a couple tips, and I put them on the recipe. But the main tip is to use unsalted butter. Okay. Cream your butter and your sugar really well, and then add your eggs one at a time. And you know, some people have to say dump. Not that you would do this, Rob. Dump everything in, but you need to incorporate it, right? That's how my kids cook. They just and they're like, "What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this cookie?" Oh, well, okay.
That's what happens.
Yeah. So you incorporate the eggs one at a time, two at a time. That's okay. Then you add your flour. You can't add your flour all at once because then it'll go. Whew, right all over your kitchen.
That's what happens
just
to me.
add it a little bit at a time. Have some patience, and then it's incorporated. It's way better. Also, you get more air in it.
Oh,
all right.
okay.
Then take your Martha Stewart and Ina Garten. Those women have you take your cookie dough, put it in a disc, put saran wrap over it, put it in the fridge. But what I do is roll it out. Then cut my cookies, put it on a sheet with parchment paper. Parchment paper is what you have to be a good baker. It's the best thing ever invented. It really does, because it gives you that line and almost nothing burns unless you really burn it. And then put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it needs to be in the fridge about 20 to 30 minutes. It's nice if you're going to go away, you're going to do something, and you want to leave. You can't do it in 20 or 30 minutes. Put a little parchment paper over the top so it doesn't dry out, because your refrigerator is very, very dry.
Oh, okay.
So never put your bread in the refrigerator. Either eat it or put it in the freezer.
Just so the folks at home can see, you know, you've got a nice light cookie that the air is important to get in there as well.
It's very light.
Okay.
So it's nothing like a store-bought cookie.
And we've got to talk about, too, I think the other key to a good cookie is the icing.
Right.
And you've got some homemade icing here, right?
It's very simple. How I make it is with egg whites. And some people are like, oh, no, egg whites. So you can use meringue powder.
Okay.
If you use meringue powder, you usually get that at Country Kitchen. Maybe by now Kroger, the big Kroger. Okay. I don't like it because I don't like the way it tastes. If you have a good palate, you can definitely taste the difference. So I like egg white.
Egg whites, that's what you use to make meringue, right?
Yes, it is exactly what you use to make meringue, yes.
And you've even done some piping on some of these cookies, too, to add some nice texture.
Aren't you scared to touch that? So scary. So how my recipe is confectioner's sugar, egg white, and then if I need more water, I use lemon or orange or something to give it a little flavor, or vanilla. Now, if I use vanilla, because you can't add too much vanilla, then I add some water. So there's two things. This is the piping. So I like to use a bag. Okay. Some people are afraid of these, so they like to use these.
Little tube.
Okay. So, however, but if you use a bag, don't get those little wimpy bags. At some places they're like
go big or go home.
That's right. Well, you want it's the feel of the bag. So if you can go to Country Kitchen and you can get all sizes, but you want the feel. Those really slick ones, you can't get a good grip. So cut your tip off. Stick this in. You don't need a cupola, which is the thing on the outside. You really don't. Don't buy that. Stick this in. See? Put your icing or your batter, anything in. Turn it over. You're going to turn this.
So that way you don't have all that extra material.
Exactly.
Got a smaller thing to deal with.
Now you've got your hand covered.
Oh, okay.
Put your stuff in. You pull it up.
Wonderful.
Okay. We're all set.
Thank you so much. We're out of time. But we'll have the recipe of the frosting on our website. Always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you
so much again. Happy Halloween.
We've run out of time, but Laura is offering cooking classes. If you're interested in signing up in those classes, La Dolce Vita, here are some of the details. Monday, there's a class that focuses on meals for a busy family. For more information, we'll have all of that on our website. We'll be right back.